Hey guys, we just wanted to pop on here to remind you that October series is in full effect, and it is not too late to have your spooky, scary, terrifying story read on the pod.
And not only can you get it read on the pod, but you can also get it read on Supercast, because guess what? You are getting double the scary stories if you subscribe to Supercast. So stop what you're doing right now and subscribe to Supercast, because everyone's doing it. So, you know, peer pressure.
Yeah, do you want to be cool or do you want to be a loser?
Subscribe now.
Subscribe now.
And we're back.
Welcome back. Oh, I was trying to be creepy. You were coming in with the energy.
Let's start again. You go.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Let's try to like ping pong. Let's do like an intro. Ready?
Oh, man, I'm terrible at this stuff.
Let's do one word. Okay.
Damn it.
Okay. Hey,
Guys,
welcome
back.
to
Unsolicited
advice.
Is advice. October.
Ash, you know what? I'm signing you up for an improv class because we need to work on this.
I don't know why you keep putting me in these situations. I have told you.
Do you want to grow?
I'm not good at it.
Do you want to grow?
Let's not do the one word.
Okay.
Welcome back.
2 words? Phrases?
It's a little better.
Welcome back to another episode of
Solicited advice. Today's episode is brought to you by Fabletics. Let me tell you guys something. When you live in activewear, you can never, ever have enough. But the good stuff usually costs a fortune. Am I right? That's why I love Fabletics. I get pieces that feel premium and perform like the expensive brands without the crazy price tag. Now, if you've been following me for a while, then you know I have been wearing Fabletics for years now. So I can tell you from experience, becoming a Fabletics VIP member is so simple. When I signed up as a new VIP member, I got 80% off everything immediately. And after that, the membership is about $60 a month unless I skip. That monthly fee gives me exclusive membership benefits, including a credit I can use toward a full outfit or bundle up to $100. And on the first of every month, they send me an email and I can just decide if I want to purchase a member credit or skip that month. And the cool part is the member credit isn't just for me. I can use it to grab something for Jackson or even Taryn for her birthday. But to be honest, I work out a lot, so I can use it for myself. So treat yourself to gear that looks good, feels good, and doesn't break the bank with Fabletics. Go to fabletics.com/advice and sign up as a VIP and get 80% off everything, guys. 80% off everything. That's fabletics.com/advice to sign up as a VIP and get 80% off everything. That's fabletics.com/advice. Happy shopping. We're going to spook your pants off. Are you ready?
Oh.
Are you ready for it?
If that intro didn't scare you, this will.
I'm not.
You know what I will say? Like, I feel like this year I've been handling it better. Like, they've been, like, scary, but it hasn't been, like, I can't function.
Yeah.
I'm crying.
I will agree. I feel like you guys have been kind of, like, going easy on us, which... Spirits?
I'm
just kidding.
Oh, something's in
I
my
feel
eye.
like you guys have been going easy on us. Like, I have been sleeping pretty well, actually.
They're like, I don't get what you guys want. Like, do you want us to scare you or not?
Pretty unbothered for being in a new house. I was like very concerned about going into this season.
Also a creaky house. Your house is creaky.
I was like very concerned about going into this season of this podcast with a new home and it being like an older home. I was like, oh, is this gonna like really affect me? I'm having no problems because you guys are going easy on us. So
yeah,
can't complain over here.
Yeah,
can't complain over here.
That's lovely. Oh my gosh, something's in my eye and it hurts so bad. So I'm not winking at you.
Oh. I was like, what, Taryn? What?
Dude, I have something crazy to share.
Oh. Is this
I don't know if this is me admitting to being an accessory to a crime or not, but we're just going to go with it.
Oh. Color me intrigued.
Okay. The craziest thing happened to me. So the other day, Charlie woke me up like really early to take him out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like wonky-eyed, like threw my hair up in my sweats, took Charlie out to walk him. When I got to like the door that goes into like the parking garage, I could see out the little window. There was like a man there. So I like went out And as I'm like walking away, we kind of made eye contact and I kept walking. But then he like, I hear him and he's like, excuse me, can you let me into the building? And so I like turn and he has a police vest on, like one of those like, I don't know how to describe it. Almost like it looks like a
utility vest.
Kinda.
Yeah.
But like, and all of this probably was like 3 seconds, but you know how your mind like works so fast.
Yeah.
And there was a few things I was like, it looks very like old and tattered. And all it said was like police on it. I didn't see like a name, anything else. Also, I'm pretty sure he was wearing like a baseball hat, like a baseball team hat. And so it was enough to where like I got a weird vibe.
Yeah.
And here's where I feel so guilty, and I've been like playing this over in my mind a billion times. I probably shouldn't have let him in, but at the same time, like again, within that 0.5 seconds, I was like, I'm alone in this parking garage with this man. Either he is a police officer or he's not. And like, I'm not going to fight him, or like, what if he like grabs at me to like let him in, you know?
I also don't want to make him mad.
Yeah. I was like, kind of like, I don't know what's happening, but again, it was so fast and whatever. So, but I did say, I think this was my like little way of like making up for it a little bit. I was like, oh, well, what floor are you trying to go to? And he kind of like looked at me and he was like, I'm trying to get to the 5th floor. And I was like, oh, okay. Cause like different sides go to different floors. And so I like let him in and he was like,
what time was this? Cause you said you
probably
woke up.
Like, I would say like 7 a.m. at the latest.
Okay.
So I let him in and I just had like this very just like off feeling. Yeah. And so I'm like walking out of the parking garage and then I look in front of me and I see a police car. So I was like, oh, perfect.
Lovely.
But then 2 police officers come around the corner and they're clearly looking.
Oh, God.
So then I'm like, frick. Yeah. Like, did I just let a murderer into the building? So I looked at one of the guys and I was like, hey, are you looking for a guy? And they were like, yeah. So then I was like, okay, I just let him into that door. It like within 2 seconds, I was like, I let him into that door. He said he's going to the 5th floor. So the guy like yells out to the other guy and they like both come. And here's where, so the one guy asked me to let him in the building. These guys went straight in. So they must have had access.
Yeah.
Which I think like cops in certain cities have like
keys
to like big buildings. Like I live in a big apartment building. So then I was like, so I'm walking and I was just like, oh, crap. Like,
yeah,
probably shouldn't have let him in. But again, I'm not going to like fight with this strange man. Like,
also, it is just one of those things. And I feel like I rant about this all the time, but like, you're a woman and it sucks.
Yeah.
It just sucks. Like that's a man and he can overtake you.
Yeah.
And it's just a vulnerable position to be in. Is it fair? No. But like, also, if you don't want to piss off someone who,
and like obviously
you
like,
don't know who he is, you don't know what he has on him, you don't know what he's capable
for
of.
sure. And if he went into the building and hurt someone, like obviously I would feel responsible. But again, it was just like a split moment at that time, and it was enough to where I was like, I was definitely aware, and like I was like enough to be like, okay, I'm gonna tell these guys like, whatever. So then I'm like walking away and I'm like, that's kind of weird. And I start to walk on the sidewalk and I look down and totally froze because there is a trail of blood going all the way down the sidewalk.
Oh my God.
And I've just like stopped and I'm looking and I'm like, dude, what the frick is happening? And it's just like a very consistent drops of blood going. And then so I keep walking and I get to the corner and there's like a lot of blood in the corner. And then the trail goes all the way, like as far as I can see, like down the building. Now, there was no trails like where I was, like where I let the guy in.
Yeah.
Hopefully a police officer. But I was just like, what the frick is happening? And I was just so like freaked out by it. I could not get back into my apartment fast enough because I was like,
lock the door.
I don't know what is happening. But then I also was like, oh my gosh, like what if some guy attacked a girl and then she like made it away from him and I just let him in? I was like freaking out. But I was like, okay, there's literal 2 police officers like seconds behind this guy if he is a bad guy.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah.
Ugh, doesn't that make you just want to get a big dog?
Dude, yeah. And like it's weird. I don't know. It was weird seeing blood and being like, this could be like sinister. Like obviously I've seen blood from like when I've gotten hurt or someone I know got hurt.
It always means accident. It doesn't mean bad.
And I came back to my apartment a couple hours later, like after I did some things, and it was like all like they had right away like cleaned everything up. So.
I think I've said this on the pod before, but that was like my hotel shooting story. Haven't I said that?
Yeah,
on the pod?
yeah.
Yeah. And it was very similar where I was like, I was a girl. There was a guy outside. He told me to let him in. And I was like, no shot.
Yeah.
You can use your key. And he was like, no, let me in. I was like, no shot. Unfortunately, you are a man and I am a female. And with all due respect, use your key.
Yeah.
And it was just like, it's a bummer. And it does make me sound like a and I don't care.
Yeah.
And it's and a respectable man will not take it as me being a bitch. That's the thing is like, if you're a good guy, you will hear a girl say something like that and not take it personally in any way. You'll be like, I can see the situation and I'm going to grab my key or I'm going to walk around or I
can tell you're uncomfortable.
I'm going to read the room and I'm going to do something different. You know, a respectable guy will get it. A non-respectable guy will get weird about it.
Upset about like
and
the
that's when you like
inconvenience.
buckle down and like stand on business and like, no, I'm not opening the door for you because now I'm for sure not opening the door for you, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just unfortunate.
It's hard to like living alone as a woman is just like, it's hard. And that's why like I was like looking at other places to live and I'm like, I'm willing to pay more than like I'd want to pay for like rent in a place where I feel like so safe. And like, I love like there's like cousins that live across from me, these guys. Never gotten a weird vibe from them. Like I love knowing that there's like men close in case I started screaming or something. Like I love the layout. I love how safe and like hard it is to get into the buildings. But it's just like it just sucks that you have to like think all those things through. And I just saw a TikTok that there's another big rise of traffickers using kids. Like saying kids are hurt or like a kid coming up and being like, can you help me like find my mom or dad in a parking lot? Jeez. And it's just like, it's so sad. Like you have to be like on edge 24/7.
Like who are you supposed to trust? Like obviously a man coming up, I'm going to be like, no.
Yeah.
A kid coming up, I'm going to be like, where's your mom? Are you okay? Like, what do you need? Like, it's not fair.
No, it's not fair.
It's not fair. It's so messed up. The world is so messed up right now, and it sucks. It really does suck because, it really does feel. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm going on like a tangent, but like it really does feel like it's all like angled towards women.
Well, yeah, like those TikToks where it's like, dude, when is the last? Like, it's always men killing people.
No,
like, it's just
it is.
Everything. You have to be so scared about everything. And like, I don't know. It's just.
And it's like the sex traffickers. I know there is a percentage that I'm not saying that doesn't happen to men, but like most of the time it's for women. So it's just like, it just sucks. It just sucks. And it's scary. And that's why we all need to be sharing our location with our loved ones. That's why we have to have code words. That's why we have to have our tasers and our pepper sprays. And that's why we need to be watching out for each other and taking care of each other and sending our I'm home texts. Yeah. You know, like that's why we have to do that. So
seriously.
Anyways.
Wow. Anyways, yeah, that's my update, my crazy thing that happened. I've been thinking about it like nonstop because I'm like, ugh, I need to just go in the front office and be like, hi. But I think I'm scared of hearing like, oh yeah, I was a bad guy. And I'm like, I let him in the building.
Well, that's like TK was living in downtown and there was some like crazy chase that happened.
Oh yeah.
And the guy ran into her building and like barricaded himself there.
Yeah, I
the
remember
cops like
that.
surrounded the building and she called freaking out because she like lived alone.
Yeah.
And we were just like, barricade your door. Don't open the door for anybody. I was
Yeah.
like, luckily, like he can't get in. Like she had a very like secure lock. I was like, but I would like move your like bookcase or something. Like
that's why I have just weapons stashed, tasers, knives.
Yeah. Baseball bats,
things.
whatever you got.
Yeah.
You know?
Anyways.
On that note.
Very on point for our October series episode.
Excellent start. Today's episode is brought to you by Fabletics. Let me tell you guys something. When you live in activewear, you can never, ever have enough. But the good stuff usually costs a fortune. Am I right? That's why I love Fabletics. I get pieces that feel premium and perform like the expensive brands without the crazy price tag. Now, if you've been following me for a while, then you know I have been wearing Fabletics for years now. So I can tell you from experience, becoming a Fabletics VIP member is so simple. When I signed up as a new VIP member, I got 80% off everything immediately. And after that, the membership is about $60 a month unless I skip. That monthly fee gives me exclusive membership benefits, including a credit I can use toward a full outfit or bundle up to $100. And on the first of every month, they send me an email and I can just decide if I want to purchase a member credit or skip that month. And the cool part is the member credit isn't just for me. I can use it to grab something for Jackson or even Taryn for her birthday. But to be honest, I work out a lot, so I can use it for myself. And believe me, the quality surprised me and it will surprise you. These pieces feel like the kind of high-end activewear that you'd pay $200 for, but I'm getting that level of quality at a fraction of the price, which is what makes the membership feel like it pays for itself. You know what I mean? It also helps knowing that Fabletics has built a community of over 2 million VIP members and more than 100 retail stores, which makes me feel like I'm joining something people already love and rely on. It's like when you're looking for a good restaurant and you see a line running out the door. That's a good sign. You know what I mean? Plus, they have so many cool ambassadors that do so many cool drops. Like right now, Chloe has such a good drop out. Everything in her collection is absolutely gorgeous. Of course, it's Chloe, but I'm especially excited for her sleeveless long sleeve essential tee. We're starting to enter into that season where you are wearing your like long sleeves under everything, and I cannot get enough of her seamless long sleeve essential tees. They work so well under every sweatshirt. They work so well under every article of layerable clothing that I have, especially now that we're in fall and entering into winter. They come in so many different colors and I literally want to get them in every single color. So treat yourself to gear that looks good, feels good, and doesn't break the bank with Fabletics. Go to fabletics.com/advice and sign up as a VIP and get 80% off everything, guys. 80% off everything. That's fabletics.com/advice to sign up as a VIP and get 80% off everything. That's fabletics.com/advice. Happy shopping.
Anyways, I know that I like took up our like blab section, but I've just been dying to tell you because it was well worth it. Wild.
No, that was so good. And also we could always use a little like women stay safe refresher.
Right? Couldn't we all?
And then like as another refresher, we're having such a blast on Supercast. You guys came in with so many good Supercast stories. So this is an excellent refresh reminder to subscribe to Supercast if you want more Supercast spooky stories. And if you have a scary story that you want specifically for our Supercast audience, then all you have to do is put super scary in the title and we will read it for Supercast only.
And it's like super cheap.
Yeah.
For a month. So even if like you want to like come in and then dip out, but like you should come in and like stay.
Come in and stay a while. The water's warm.
We're a good time. And I definitely can say that I talk about stuff on Supercast that I don't talk about.
Oh, Supercast is fun.
Yeah.
We talk about all the things. They know about things coming up that y'all don't even know about.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. We told them last week. Yeah.
It's true. But yeah, I vote without further ado, we get started with today's Turn It Up.
I have two. So
fun.
I feel like we should like
Fun. Okay, well, let's get into
in
it.
there.
And she titled this one, A Scarin' It Up.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to die when you hear this title.
Oh, I'm scared.
A Haunted Rocking Chair.
Dude, why?
I don't know.
Bro, why?
I don't know.
Oh my God, what if she bought it from a yard sale?
No.
That's from
No.
the first person's
No.
house.
No. Skirt.
What was her name? Agnes.
Agnes. She's
lives
back.
on.
She lives on. Jeez. Okay. Yeah. I saw the title and I was just like, dear God, no. Let's dive into it. Hello, Unsolicited Advice Queens.
Hey.
Hi. Lovely to finally be writing in, as I am a day one listener. I first started watching Alicia's vlogs years ago, then Remy, then transitioning to listening to Pretty Basic, and finally landing on Unsolicited Advice. You all are great. I love the podcast in the way that it's equal parts lighthearted and sensitive. I normally find myself giving advice to others in my day-to-day life, so I find so much solace in hearing your perspectives on situations and simply getting the opportunity to listen. My name is I'd like to remain anonymous, so bleep it, Michaela, please. And I'm a 32-year-old mom of 2. I'm an Enneagram 4 Wing 5, and me and my husband both work as engineers in Massachusetts. Girl, 4 Wing 5.
4 Wing 5.
Engineer?
We
What a
love
catch.
that.
What a
Business.
catch. You so smart. Unrelated, but I just have to mention, I rarely hear Enneagram 4s write in, and given how many times I've considered it and decided not to, makes me think it must just be in our nature as 4s. LOL, she writes.
Interesting.
It is, and I'm going to say a little blip about it. 4s are the romantic. They're very artsy. They're very known for trying to be authentically themselves, and they thrive with the idea of being original, and they don't want to blend in, and they don't want to have, the same genes as everybody else, and they don't want to look like everybody else, and they don't want to have the same style music taste as everybody else. And I think they very much want to be like their very own authentic version of themselves. And I think if they do find themselves around other 4s, they then try to position themselves in a different way so that they don't look similar to the other 4. And this is stuff that I've read about 4s, and also things that like my 4 friends have told me. Like they just personally love to dress differently, love to sound differently, don't want to blend in, and yeah, that's just a fun little fact. They feel emotions very intensely and tend to be like writers or musicians or poets, something along the lines of the creatives. And that's a little bit about you, Anonymous. Okay, let's get back into it. She says, let me start by saying I grew up in an old house in upstate New York. And when I say old, I mean old, like 1868 to be exact.
Dang.
I wasn't expecting that. 18. It actually used to be a brothel, and then some years later was converted to a farmhouse. There have been many families who have lived in the house, and let me just say the vibes are spooky.
Oof.
Me, my parents, and sister are all deep feelers, artistic types, and sensitive to the energy around us. As a child, it was very normal for me to keep my eyes directed at the floor when ascending the stairs because the energy felt so heavy. Many nights I'd wake up almost vibrating with fear, a sensation of being watched. Too scared to move or yell for my parents, afraid that if I acknowledged what I felt, that I might speak it into existence. It took until my early 20s to realize the rest of my family felt this energy too. Given how open we are, it's kind of astounding it took us so long to talk. I have to believe my parents didn't mention anything simply because they didn't want to scare us. And my sister was in a similar position of being worried that acknowledging it might make things worse. As an adult, I've come to terms with the energy in my childhood home more. It's intense, but it doesn't feel malicious in any way. My mom said the nights she felt the most activity were the ones when my sister and I were very young and sick. Sometimes the feal apparition wearing a long dark dress would appear in her doorway on those nights, perhaps prompting her to check on us. My sister saw the same figure at the top of our staircase moments after our family dog passed away. Just weird. Many years of unexplained feelings, sights, and experiences that we're still working through. All that to say, once I graduated college and started looking for places of my own, the criteria was modern. My husband and I
built in the 2000s.
Yeah, no kidding.
No spirit.
My husband and I bought our first home in the suburbs of Mass in 2018 and enjoyed it immensely, eventually welcoming our first child, a daughter, in 2022. Despite the love and crazy low interest rates, if you know, you know, we had for the house, we found ourselves pregnant again in early 2024 and in dire need of more space. We eventually found a place we loved about 20 minutes outside of town. A lovely 3-story cape built in the early 2000s on 2.5 acres of secluded land. Moving in at 38 weeks pregnant, I harnessed all my nesting energy to get a beautiful nursery set up for my son. One of the things offered to us during this move was an antique rocking chair.
That's where you went wrong.
Whew. From my husband's parents. The wood was stained a very dark, almost black color, and it had a little gold fruit applique.
I don't.
It has the little asterisk on top, or what's that called?
I don't remember.
Not asterisk.
But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The little like
applique on the E. On everyone's probably screaming it at me right now, but I'm going to go with applique on its upper back. While it wasn't what I normally would have picked out, it was charming and added a nice contrast to an otherwise very neutral, beachy palette in the room. I also appreciated that it was passed down through my husband's family for many generations, something to make our second child feel just as unique and longed for as our first. Very quickly, the rocking chair became part of our nightly routine, a place we rocked our son to sleep where I wandered in delirious for all of those late night nursing sessions. It looked so cute tucked in the corner of his nursery, nestled under the sloped ceiling of his room, a little safe haven to read books and drift off to sleep. After a while, though, I noticed the chair shifting in position slightly. It became part of my daily tidying routine to push it back into its corner. My husband had complained a couple times about hitting his head on the ceiling while rocking it, so I assumed he was scooting it forward a bit to house his ridiculously long 6'3" torso. I continued mindlessly pushing it back into the corner day after day. Up until a few weeks ago, I hadn't given the chair much more thought. Our son is 18 months old now, and while he still likes to be rocked to bed, we don't use it nearly as much as we used to. That was until I noticed it starting to move again? ? I worked hard to dismiss the concerns, convincing myself it must be all in my head, still slightly suspicious. I started placing the chair more intentionally in the room. Day after day, it definitely seemed to be moving. I noticed the concern starting to take up more space in my mind. Eventually, I decided to use my finger to draw an indent in the carpet behind its feet as a general marker for the position. The next day, I went in and sure enough, the chair had moved. All at once, I found myself reverting back to childhood fears, afraid to speak up, afraid to speak something horrible into existence. And on top of that, now I was battling guilt over letting my son sleep next to this thing. Am I a horrible mom or just insane? I started to resent the chair, start staring at it and wondering what it might be like just to chuck it out of the 3rd floor nursery window. I finally reached my breaking point. I've gone into the room this week to find the rocking chair smack dab in the middle of the room and then facing odd directions, like toward the closet or directly at the wall. Tonight I walked into his room and my blood ran cold. The chair was sitting just inches from the doorway, barely in the room at all. At this point, I'm done. Thoroughly and completely done with the thing. I spin around and run downstairs to find my husband. As he stood in the kitchen, I blurted out, "What is going on with the chair in Drew's room?" It keeps moving. I keep putting it back in the corner, and every day it's moving, literally panting at this point. He immediately responded, "Oh, I've been using it to sleep train him. The chair's the method." I started putting it near his crib to encourage him to fall asleep on his own while I was close. Then I started turning it away from the crib so I'm close, but he's not looking at me. And the past couple days, I've been moving it a little bit closer to the door, and tonight almost out of the door. He's doing so good with it.
Oh my gosh. I was like, nothing is, at first I was like, maybe it's like a Roomba.
Yeah.
Like knocking it
Knocking it over.
But then I was like, okay, and the center of the room is crazy.
Yeah. This whole time while I was in the adjacent room getting our very mommy attached 3-year-old daughter to sleep, he was next door proudly sleep training our son, a method he had researched all on his own and one that required that he move the rocking chair just a little bit each and every night. Attached is a picture of my 2 lovely kiddos and an almost identical looking rocking chair. Happy spooky season, y'all. Thanks, Anonymous.
Wow.
Here's a picture of her kiddos.
Cute.
I know. That little tyke car.
That's like a staple.
The yellow and red one. I know you all can picture it right now. We've all had it. And then here's a picture of, she says, basically the same rocking chair. We're gonna post it on Instagram so you guys can see it too. And then you'll see what I'm talking about by the gold applique, I think.
Yep.
Rocking chairs, man.
Who'd have thunk it?
That's the theme this year.
Ew, my parents have a rocking chair, but I've never gotten weird vibes.
Do they have a rocking chair? Where?
You know, in the living room, it's like there's like the 2 couches. It's like literally in that corner.
I guess it is.
You don't really notice it.
No.
Until, I don't even know why they have it, honestly. Like, I've never seen anybody sit in it.
My dad has a rocking chair that I haven't seen in a while. I wonder where it is. It must be in the garage. His, like, grandpa made it. And now that I say it out loud, I'm like, oh, that's scary.
But it's like within the family.
Yeah, but it's also just like, it doesn't give bad vibes in any way. It's like simple wood, unfinished. Like it looks like it's like fresh out of the carpenter shop. Yeah. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get into my first story. Let's do it. I love that you have 2. This feels like we have like so much to look forward to.
The first one is like creepy for sure. It's creepy when you see again the photo. So
well, I love all of this photo proof.
Dude.
Everyone's been sitting like so much evidence. I love it. Can we call it evidence?
Evidence. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send this in our text too. Don't look at your phone until I tell you.
Okay.
Ew, I just saw the other picture from the other. Okay. This story is titled My Grandma's Doll.
No.
We haven't had a doll story in a while.
No, because my grandparents had dolls, and my Aunt Marianne, who I love to death, just had so many dolls in the room that I always slept in, and I couldn't look at them. And I just loved they were always glass dolls. At least that was my childhood.
I'm gonna tell you, just wait till you see this doll.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Ugh.
Hi, Taryn and Ashley. My name is Lainey, and you can say my name.
Oh, I love that name.
I know it's cute. I am 19 years old, and I live in a small town in Oklahoma. Yes, people actually live in Oklahoma. I have been a huge fan of the pod since the very beginning. I grew up watching Alicia and Ashley and have loved Taryn ever since her and Alicia were making some sort of marshmallow dessert in a vlog, and she started singing about marshmallows.
Marshmallow dessert?
I have no memory of that, but like, is that not me coded to the T? Like,
marshmallow dessert.
I'm just singing about marshmallows. Like, what is wrong with me? I don't know, but now I want to find it.
Yeah, I'm like, what were we making?
She said, very niche, I know. My sister and I absolutely love the October series, and we re-listen to them year round. I've never written in before, but this story is too good not to share with y'all, and I hope you like it. For some background information, I have been a dancer since I was 3 years old, and I've been with the same studio and team ever since. The studio owner is Katie, and her daughter Evie is on my team, and we have been close friends since day one. I mention them because this story actually takes place at their house.
Oh, God. Okay.
Katie has the craziest stories ever. Crazy things just always seem to happen to her.
Everyone has one of those friends.
Yeah.
Honestly, you're mine.
Oh, God. Oh, God. At least, like, not all my stories are, like,
right.
creepy.
Right.
It's more just, like, crazy.
Yeah.
Not to mention, the dance studio itself is haunted by the previous owner, Carol.
Carol.
Freaking Carol.
Oh, Carol.
And she was Katie's dance teacher. Carol likes to turn off the music or unplug the speakers, and she will always change a song if it's inappropriate.
Oh,
okay,
Carol's
but like,
a prude.
why is that so like
Carol?
It's so Carol
coded.
Yeah, it's so Carol. She put specifically during hip hop class. All of this is irrelevant to the story, so let me go ahead and get into it. This story took place 7 years ago when I was 12 years old. Our dance team constantly had sleepover at Katie's house because Evie was on our team, and she was always willing to host all of us. The house they lived in at the time always gave me the creeps. It was dark and older and just always made me uneasy, especially after this night. For some reason, a few of the girls, including Evie, had decided they wanted to play a scary game. Now, at this time, the game Charlie Charlie was very popular. I don't know what that is, and I don't want to know. I don't know.
I can't look at my phone.
Well, just don't open the text. But I don't know if I want to know, because that's my dog's name. Oh, wait. She explains it.
Oh, well, lovely.
This was my story. I did pick it up. If you don't know what that is, you write yes and no on a piece of paper, then balance 2 pencils perpendicular to each other. Then a ghost is supposed to move the pencils to answer the question, kind of like Ouija board. They were sitting on the bed in Evie's room, Evie on the left and another friend on the right. And we were all sitting around watching. So they began and the girls asked, Charlie, Charlie, are you here? Immediately, we all heard a sudden tapping in the closet down the hallway.
Nope.
We freaked out, but Evie said it was probably just her dog making that noise. But the dog was outside and nowhere near the noise.
Nope.
So we freaked out even more and forced Katie to go check it out. Katie went to the closet where the noise came from and opened the door. She gasped because something had fallen down in the closet. What fell, you might ask? A creepy old doll.
Out of nowhere?
Yup. Well, okay, but this is the part that like literally just gave me chills. They didn't hear like a thud, like something fall. They heard tapping. And when she opens the closet, the doll is sitting there. That's what freaks me out. It's like Chucky status.
Yeah.
But not just any old doll. It was a homemade doll named Jethro.
Jethro?
That Evie's great-grandma had made for her before she passed.
Jethro?
Katie gasped because
name.
she didn't even know that doll was up there and had no idea why it would have suddenly fallen off the top shelf. We all screamed and started freaking out because duh. But Katie just threw the doll back on the top shelf and shut the door.
Oof. Jethro.
So time went on. We all calmed down and decided to get ready for bed. During these sleepovers, we always slept in the living room and made a huge pallet on the ground so all of us could be together. We had all forgotten about the doll and were watching a movie in the living room. It was about time for bed when Evie realized she forgot her phone charger in the room. So Evie got up, headed to her room, and after a few seconds, we hear Evie scream.
Oh, God.
We all ran up to see what she was screaming at.
Jethro.
And to our horror, we saw in her room, sitting on her bed, Jethro. We were all now terrified, including Katie, the mom, because nobody had been back there. And that doll was shut in the closet on the top shelf that none of us could even reach. This time, Katie grabbed the doll and threw it in the garage and locked the door behind it. Yep. We all huddled in the living room and knew we were not going to be sleeping that night. So we sat around and talked while turning on another movie. While we were talking, Katie decided to tell us a story. Katie told us that her grandma, Evie's great-grandma, died while Katie was pregnant with Evie, so Evie never got to meet her. Right before she died, Katie's grandma gave Katie Jethro, which she had made for Evie. Her grandma said she wanted Evie to have it so she could always be around.
That's why she can't burn it.
Hearing this was obviously not as comforting as Katie hoped it would be to us 12-year-old girls. Remember how I told you Evie was sitting on the left side of the bed while playing that game? Now, this was a queen bed, and there were at least 4 other girls sitting on the bed. But guess where on the bed Jethro was sitting? On the left, in the exact spot Evie was sitting. Maybe it was a coincidence, or maybe Evie's great-grandma was trying to get in touch with her. We may never know. Thank you for reading my story. I love you guys. And of course, I had to include a picture of Jethro sitting in the exact spot we found him. Enjoy and happy spooky season. Love, Lainey.
Lainey.
No, when I tell you you're not ready to see Jethro.
I am living for all of you guys getting photo evidence of this stuff. And I cannot believe...
Dude, Jethro is going to haunt my freaking nightmare. And I feel so bad because this poor old lady made a doll. She made it out of love and to connect her to her great granddaughter who she'd never meet. But I'm sorry, Jethro is terrifying.
I used to sit a dog named Jethro.
Oh, I remember Jethro.
He was a sweet baby angel. I hope he's well. That doll did ruin the name for me now.
Yeah.
God, and just what is it with, and this is so much love and respect for this lovely girl's grandmother. What was it with that generation in dolls?
Dude, I don't know, but they were everywhere.
All of them.
Everywhere.
And there were so many types, like the glass dolls, like the rag dolls, they
also,
loved
they're
dolls.
Not that cute.
No,
that's
not
what
at
was
all.
such a trip is it's you looked at him and you were like, why is it staring at me?
Not
it was,
at all.
yeah.
And they were kind of, at least with my grandma, the glass ones were kind of expensive.
Yeah.
I'm I don't.
I can get behind the Precious Moments era. My mom was into it. She still has a ton of them.
Those were cute.
Those are cute. But the porcelain dolls.
Yeah.
I know.
And they were big. They took up a lot of space.
Yeah, I know.
At least the Precious Moments ones, they were collectibles. You could put them in a cabinet.
Yeah.
You know? The big dolls took up a lot of space.
Yeah.
I remember my Aunt Mary gave me one.
Yeah, no.
And it
I'm okay.
It was big, and I had to I had no room for it. I did not like it, so I put it under my bed, and I never looked at it.
What if Aunt Marion had given you Jethro?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
But what if she died and she said, "Please always take care of Jethro for me"? Would you keep it
in a box in the garage or something? I'd never want to look at it.
Oof! I want to know if they still have him or if they got rid of him after that night.
Yeah. Can we get an update?
Oof. Jethro, man.
Oof. Yeah. Send in has your grandma sent you? Has your grandma given you a weird, creepy doll? Do you have a weird, creepy doll story? Because it's not too late to send in a scary story of creepy dolls for October series. Or just a Supercast, because friendly reminder, we do scary stories on Supercast all year long. It ain't over yet. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into mine. And I love that we have another one after. I feel like we're just in it for a long haul.
Your voice.
In it. Oh, sorry, Jethro got me.
Oh, shoot.
Guys, that photo, terrible.
Oh,
terrible. Okay.
Again, no offense to your grandma, but
jeez,
I actually did you dirty.
Jeez. Okay, this one is titled "Alive ... but changed." Spooky season's story, and they said we can read it on the regular UA or Supercast.
That means you're
I chose this one.
Subscriber.
I chose this one.
I'm scared.
Happy spooky season, Taryn and Ashley. My name is Campbell, and I'm currently on a road trip with my best friend Alexa, and we started reminiscing about our senior year spring break trip, the one that went horribly, terrifyingly wrong.
Oh, God.
It all began on March 11th, 2024. Last year. For those who weren't paying attention. 2024. 7 girls, 1 shotgun-style house in Charleston, South Carolina.
What's a shotgun house?
Shotgun house is like when you open the front door and it immediately, like, there's like a straight shot to the back door.
Oh.
That's called a shotgun
Okay.
house. We wanted a wholesome, fun girls' trip. Dinners, games, shopping, beach days. Everything started out picture perfect. But within days, the entire trip would unravel into something that still makes my skin crawl. From the start, the house felt off. The neighborhood was half abandoned due to construction. Empty houses lined the streets like hollow shells, and at night, the silence pressed in from every side. Inside, the rooms were divided, 2 with queen beds and 1 with bunk beds where myself, Claire, and Caroline slept. That first night, lying awake in the bunk room, we began hearing noises. Not the creaks of an old house. This was different. Scraping, scratching, like something crawling inside the walls, and then faint but unmistakable footsteps.
Yeah, no.
We tried to laugh it off until Claire, the bravest of us, opened the closet. And that's where we found it. Black, stringy droppings scattered like a warning. Rat scat. The walls were alive with them. The next morning, an exterminator confirmed our fears. Rats infested the entire bunk room. We had no other place to go, so we dragged our blankets into the living room and pretended that it didn't bother us. We made jokes about our roommates in the walls, but the truth is, every night when the scratching started again, we'd all fall silent and listen. Still, we made it work until the final night. That evening, we sat out on the balcony trying to savor our last hours. The street below glowed an unnatural green from the construction lights. Shadows stretched long and strange across the empty yards, and the workers who usually lingered nearby were gone. The street felt abandoned, like something was waiting for us. By midnight, we went to bed. I was asleep in the living room with Claire and Caroline when I woke to a sound. Bang, bang, bang. Something striking the window. At first, I froze, pulling my blanket over my head, praying it would stop, but the banging grew louder and more deliberate. Then came the voice. Low, distorted, seeping through the thin walls. There's a bomb in the trash can.
What?
I looked at Claire. Her eyes told me everything. I wasn't imagining this, and we needed to act. As quietly as we could, we woke Caroline and started moving toward the back of the house. The blinds on the windows were paper thin, and as we passed, a shadow broke across the light. A man, hooded, standing close enough that we could see the outline of his face, pressed against the glass. He shouted again, this time clearer and louder, "I'm gonna shoot this place up."
What?
The beam of a flashlight tore across the room, sweeping over us. We ducked and scrambled upstairs, hearts pounding, trying not to breathe too loudly. We herded the rest of the girls into the bathroom, locking the flimsy door behind us. But when we counted, only 6 of us were there. Caroline was missing.
Freaking Caroline. That would be me, like knocked out. I wake up, I'm like, where's everybody?
And then a chilling reply. She was upstairs, peering through the window at the man, watching him as he ranted and screamed, threatening bombs, guns, and death. We could still hear him outside, his footsteps circling the house, his voice breaking into laughter and sobs. The construction lights flickered against the walls, casting shadows that looked like they were moving inside with us. Claire managed to get the cops on the phone, whispering into the receiver that the man's flashlight cut across the windows again and again. Minutes stretched like hours, huddled in the bathroom. Every thud, every yell made us think it was the end. We could hear him talking to someone, yet no one else was there. Finally, the police arrived. We heard shouting, then silence. Then the police came. They told us the man was schizophrenic, but in the moment, knowing it didn't make it any less terrifying. At 4 a.m., the cops waited as we packed all of our things with shaking hands. We drove away from that house without looking back, too afraid to. At the first open Starbucks we pulled into, we sat in silence, staring at one another, alive but changed. We joke now about the rats, but none of us joke about the hooded man. He lives only in our nightmares. In the sound of fists against glass, in the whisper that woke us up, there's a bomb in the trash can.
Oh, absolutely not. That's so scary.
I specifically think of this one bachelorette party that I went to for a girlfriend of mine. It was in the middle of nowhere. Nowhere.
Yeah.
I remember turning down the street and it was turning into this neighborhood. Every house was empty. And it was one house on the lot. Yes, it was a big, cool house and it had a pool.
But at what cost?
I was like, there's nobody here.
At what
we
cost?
are alone. And then I had a hard time sleeping that night because, again, no one was there. A bunch of girls in a house. We were all playing karaoke and drinking and whatever. And I remember everyone going to bed and I was sitting in my bunk bed room, similar situation. I was just I'm willing to bet no one locked the doors or closed the blinds or anything. So I get up and I'm walking around. All the lights are on. None of the doors are locked. And I was just I cannot.
Dude, that's happened to me before too. And I'm I don't understand how people can be so it'd be girls would leave to go pick up food or something and come back and not lock the doors.
Yeah.
And I'm it is literally all just girls here.
Listen,
we're not in our state. We're not in our comfort zone.
I love Jackson to death. To death.
Does he leave the door unlocked?
No, he's too trusting. And it's because he comes from a very sweet, kind little town. Can't trust that. I don't. And I've been
you're
listen,
I come from our side.
Listen, we lock the doors, we lock the windows,
Absolutely.
we set the alarm. Done. And I don't care.
Because it's hello, if someone breaks in, they're gonna kill you fast and torture me. So
yeah,
just for me.
Yeah. So
for me,
it was just crazy. And I distinctly remember feeling so uncomfortable and not sleeping well that night and going around and closing all of the blinds and being we're a fishbowl. People could literally be sitting here just watching us. And I don't know. And I don't know. And I don't know. And that was just so unnerving. And it's just terrifying. Imagine someone actually coming up to the window.
Scary. And
that's
that was my first thought was obviously I guess it was probably a person who's not mentally there.
Yeah.
But that does not mean that they can't hurt you or that's not terrifying. Ugh, yeah, I would not do well. Not do well.
Yeah.
Ew, I just opened up
girls trips. Love the concept, but you got to pick a safe place.
Safe spot.
You got to pick a place where there's at least neighbors that you could call for help,
Yeah. No, that's so true.
Back to our whole women chit chat in the beginning.
Women. All right, shall we do one more? Shall we?
I love that we have another one.
Push our time and do one more.
Just one more.
Okay. This one's literally just titled October series. So
perfect.
Gives nothing away.
Love it. I love that I don't know anything. And
right?
I'm ready to go.
I don't either because Mandy just said it was good, so I haven't actually read it.
Oh, love this for us. We're in it together.
So if I throw up, it's a live reaction. Okay. Hi, Ashley and Taryn. My name is Sarah, and yes, you can say it. What up, Sarah? First off, I just want to say how much I love your podcast. I've been watching Alicia and Ashley on YouTube since they started, and I just started listening to the podcast last year during the October series.
Welcome. Welcome.
And immediately joined the Supercast family. We love our fam, our Supercast fam. I started the podcast from the beginning and have been trying to catch up, but I have listened to all of the October series episodes multiple times to get into the spooky mood, and I knew I had to send in a story. This story actually isn't mine. It's my parents', but it's just creepy enough that I had to share it. To set the scene, the year is 1998. My parents have been dating for about 5 years, and they planned a romantic getaway to Charleston, South Carolina.
Whoa. Rocking chairs in South Carolina.
It's the theme. It's the theme recently. Now, Charleston is a beautiful historic town, but also carries a heavy dark past. It was once one of the largest entry points during the slave trade. That fact will come back to haunt this story, literally. They checked into this charming little spot called it's 444, Make-A-Wish. I wish to never. I'm just kidding. They checked into. I wore a cross necklace today to protect. They checked into this charming little spot called the 1837 Bed and Breakfast, built in 1837.
Oh.
And converted into a B&B in 1984. A quaint, cozy place with creaky floors and old wood. The kind of place where you'd expect history to linger in the air and maybe something else. When they arrived, my mom slipped off to use the restroom. Meanwhile, the front desk clerk leaned in and whispered to my dad, "You're in room 4. That is a very special room." Dad, raising an eyebrow, asked what she meant. The clerk smiled thinly and said, "The hotel is haunted, and room 4 is the most active."
See, that's what I'm talking about. Mine and Greer's experience at the Roosevelt, they did not warn.
Like,
they did not warn.
It should be a like, oh, hey, by the way, I love that you're buying this house, but like someone died here. Like there should be notice given.
Hey, you're checking in. Just so you know, we're putting you in the haunted room. The capital THE haunted room. Like
the most active. I hate that. I hate that sentence. Dad chuckled nervously, trying not to believe it. "Please," he said, "don't tell her. This weekend is supposed to be perfect. I'm going to propose." The clerk nodded, even flickering with something like sympathy or maybe warning.
Oh.
Let me tell you right now.
You wouldn't change the room for him?
Let me tell you right now. If my future man is told that there is a haunting in the room that we're staying at, I don't care if I'm about to get proposed to. If you want that answer to be yes, you're switching the rooms or you're at least letting me know.
No, we're doing another. We're changing.
We're going down the street to the Hilton and we're chilling there. I
don't care if it's the Holiday Inn. We're going somewhere else.
Absolutely not. Okay.
I mean, I do care if it's the Holiday Inn.
I mean, at that point, I don't. Okay. Over the next couple days, things started to get weird. It began with subtle signs, mysterious indentations pressed deep into their bed.
Nope.
Like little fingers or maybe tiny feet that had been standing there.
Nope.
Watching.
Tiny feet? Tiny feet?
What do you mean watching? Like while they slept, like something standing over them?
Why have they got to be tiny?
I don't know, girl.
Multiple?
Uh-huh. Soft, chilling giggles echoing in the quiet. The kind of laughter that sounded childlike but just wrong.
Oh, no.
Then one morning, Mom woke to find the balcony door wide open and unlocked. She shook my dad awake. "Didn't you lock this last night?" He swore he had. The strange happenings didn't stop there. Shadows flickered just beyond the corner of their eyes. Cold spots lingering in the middle of the room. Dude, the cold spots are wild. I just said that. And every night, the weight on the beds. Fuck. Hold on.
Wait,
Hold
can
on.
we leave all of that in there? That was so funny. When you read cold spots again.
Cold spots. I read it the same way too. Okay. And every night, the weight on the bed's edge pressed heavier, as if a small figure stood there watching their every move.
Oh my God.
You know when you can feel when someone like sits on the edge of the bed, like there's just like a shift. When it was finally time to check out, they told the clerk about the strange things they'd experienced. She listened quietly, then nodded knowingly. With a sigh, she finally revealed the dark secret behind room 4 and the house itself. Back in the 1800s, a young family lived on the 3rd floor. A mother, father, and their 9-year-old son, George.
George.
What's the George, Carol, Jethro, Agnes. Like these names are like so perfect. They were enslaved people trapped within these very walls. One day, the cruel owner sold the parents away to a Virginia plantation. George was heartbroken and desperate, ran the streets of Charleston searching for them. He went down to the docks begging for a glimpse, only to hear the nightmare truth. His parents had been taken away by ship. Oh. That is so heartbreaking. Desperate and shattered, George plunged into the harbor water, chasing after the ship, but he never made it and his body was never found. Oof. Locals believe George's spirit returned to the house, specifically to room 4, forever trapped, forever searching. The hotel staff and most guests have some experience with George, specifically hearing giggles, having locked doors open, and you guessed it, feeling the weight of something small pressing down on the foot of their bed, as though George is standing there watching you sleep. Thank you so much for listening to my story, and I hope it doesn't deter you from ever visiting Charleston because it really is a gorgeous city. Anyways, I hope the story makes it onto the podcast because I'd actually freak out. But I hope everyone has a safe and happy Halloween.
You know.
Oh, wait. P.S. Because I'm sure you're all wondering, despite all of the weird occurrences, my dad still took my mom out for the nice romantic dinner he had planned. When they walked out of the restaurant, there was a horse-drawn carriage waiting to take them on a stroll through the city, ending at the infamous pineapple fountain where my dad got on one knee and proposed. My mom, of course, said yes, and they've been married for 26 years now.
What a stud.
So even a restless spirit couldn't haunt away their happily ever after. Love, Sarah.
Wow. I love that. I love that that didn't keep him down.
I feel like George, I didn't get sinister. I got like lonely little kid. And he probably only does mean things to bad people because he had so much experience with bad people.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like if you're good people, like he probably was just like bored and he's just standing there like.
It's scary. It's scary. It's a scary experience. What?
One more time.
It's a scary experience to be sure.
I'm just trying to paint it in a light that can make me leave here and go live my life, Ashley.
Especially with the backstory. I'm like, that's a sad boy.
No, it's sad. You know, he's looking for his parents.
And
he probably opens the balcony because he's waiting for them to come back.
Yeah. And what a roller coaster of emotions. I was all over the place.
I hope George haunted those freaking people.
Yeah. To death. Ugh.
Oh,
absolute
gosh.
Chills. That's devastating and
the
chilling.
And the bed is wild.
It's like I know everyone says the same thing, obviously, about New Orleans, and I definitely want to go. Don't get me wrong.
Not New Orleans.
What?
New Orleans, South Carolina, Charleston.
Yeah, everyone says similar things about New Orleans having like a rich but very dark history.
Oh.
And that like it's super spiritually haunted, but like it's still beautiful and you should go. And I'm like, yes, I want to go and I want to experience all that and I want to try all the good food and I want to like experience the culture, but like also I'm like,
scared.
Ugh, I don't wanna. And like it does such dark history and I don't care for it. And like, dude, I love living in LA where it's just like a little less.
I mean, that we know of.
Not that we don't have history and that we don't have dark history, but it's not as.
I feel like it's harder to sense that stuff in busy cities.
True.
When it's like all of our buildings, like it's very rare that you're in a building that has like old history, like
West
whatever.
Coast was built later than the East Coast. And so there's just so much more on that side, you know, of history.
Yeah. But it is crazy. Like, I mean, there's just like, obviously like that is like such like just horrific things that have happened in like our world's history. And when you hear about like specific spots where things happen, where there were like massacres or like whatever it was, it's like crazy when you also hear the stories like tied to that. And it's just like,
and I would haunt them too.
Oh, are you kidding? I would be raising hell. Oh, you know, it'd probably be fun to be a ghost.
You know?
Unless you're just like tortured and like stuck, then that would suck.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the situation.
I would love to mess with people. I would mess with bad people for sure.
There's some people on my list. I wouldn't mind. For a day or two. Give me a week.
But like, imagine if you haunted like a hotel and you like, there's like a couple and the wife like leaves the room to go get extra towels and then the dad calls his mistress. Like, you best believe like I'm making her find out and I'm
with the telephone cord.
The crap out of him. Like, or I guess committing murder day.
Oops. Anyways, that was a good one. Great episode. You guys really took it up a notch this episode from the last one. We appreciate it. If you have a scary story, guess what? It's still not too late.
Nope.
We also have more scary stories coming your way on Supercast. So subscribe there. And if you want it read on Supercast, just be sure to type in the title Super Scary and we'll read it there. And get excited because there's more scary stories coming your way. And also a bonus episode coming out on Halloween. So look forward to that as well. What emoji should they comment on this week's promo, Taryn? We have...
Is there a doll emoji?
Is there a doll emoji?
I feel like there has to be.
Excellent question.
It's probably not as scary as Jethro, but what is as scary as Jethro?
It's like we have rocking chairs, South Carolina, dolls.
Ooh, what about the flashlight?
Flashlight's good. Let's do a flashlight. Yes, head to our Instagram for all of the evidence that you guys have been sending in for this entire month of October. Go to our Instagram and then go to our promo that we posted this week and comment a flashlight on our Instagram and our TikTok, and we'll know that you guys listened to this week. We love you so much. Stay safe out there.
Love you.
Bye.
Oh, wait.
What?
My dad joke.
Oh, Taryn.
Ash just bulldozed over me. Just kidding. I was ready to end it too. I was ready to end it all. Just kidding.
I have one for you.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. You might know it.
Okay.
What award did the Scarecrow win?
Oh.
Damn it.
Say it. It's a good one.
Outstanding in his field.
Oh, bottom. The fact that you just pulled a dad joke out, I've never loved you more.
I wanted to come prepared for one.
No, I love it.
Yay.
That was such a good one, Ash.
Thanks. I was like rehearsing it in my head. I was like, outstanding in this field. Outstanding in this field. Okay. Well, we love you so much.
We'll
talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.